Hey guys, Freedom for Cats here. Hey, I'm making a video today. I just want to touch base on some things that happened over the weekend, especially in Canada. Surprisingly, I haven't really seen a whole lot of links about the rioting that happened in Canada. I don't know if I'm just not getting to the story or what happened, but anyway, on Fox News here it says the police arrest more than 500 people after vandalism at a Toronto economic summit. Now I know that was the G20 summit. I understand that it took place in Toronto, but here it again, here it is again. It's just, people are so angry, not only in the United States, but in Canada and over in Europe. And when your government refuses to listen to you, just like they did here in the United States with the health care, 90% of Americans didn't want health care. But yet the Republican Party and the Democratic Party each created their own bill. Did anybody listen to the American public? No. We had town hall meetings, there were screaming and yelling going on, and it was almost to the point of violence. It was almost to that point. Now, here we have the G20 meeting in Canada, and it just explodes into violence. And, I don't support violence, but my point is this. What else are you supposed to do when your leaders won't listen to you? When you tell your leaders what you want, and you tell your leaders that you've had enough with what's going on, and they just don't care, they just don't get it, where does that leave you? What is your next avenue? If you wrote to your leaders, and you called, and you spoke, and you talked to your leaders, what are you supposed to do? How do you get their attention? It says here, we think we put a dent in their numbers with this and their arrests that happened overnight. I mean, that's not the point. That's not the point. It's not about who they arrest. I just don't understand. And it called these people thugs. It said, these people had this, they had their own reason as to why they had this revolt, and these people are the thugs. Well, no, I don't think these people are the thugs. I think that these people are the people who are fed up with their government. I think these are the people that are sick and tired of being kicked when they're being down. Just like in America, they want to tax the money that BP is giving to the people in the Gulf. I mean, come on, are you serious? We've had so many things going on, and it's just so crazy, when people talk about bug-out bags and things like that and how we should get prepared. Here is a prime example in Canada as to why you need to be ready. This is a prime example of why you need to be ready. Let's say that they weren't able to control this riot. Let's say it's gone on for several days now, and it's nearing your home or whatever. Are you prepared to get out? Do you have a plan of action? Do you have that bug-out bag? Now I have a survival series on my YouTube page under my playlists. And I've done some videos about what I have in my bug-out bag, and I've done some videos about how to use those products and when and where and how. Okay, but here's one thing that I just finished. I've just completed my mapping. Okay, now what I mean by that is in my videos I talk about getting from your point A to your point B and how long that's going to take. Now I encourage people to get ready. So, what I've done is I've taken upon myself and I've mapped out steps, okay? And every color means something different. Yellow means caution area, red means a danger area. Blue means you have to cross a river. I've plotted out my route. I've plotted it out. It's right here, folks. It's right here in front of you. It's right here. Now all I gotta do is get this laminated. My bug-out bag is 100%. I've got my escape route in my mind. And I've got my escape route right here. Now, if something happens to me, my family can continue on because we've got a map. Do you have a map? Do you know where you're headed? See, and here's the thing, people. Where are you bugging out to? A lot of people say, well, I'm going to bug out. Well, if you think you're going to live in the forest for the rest of your life, you're wrong. You've got to have a point A. You've got to have a point B. Where are you going to? You're not going to live in the forest for the rest of your life. And here are some key things to remember. You should build your bug out bag in this order of importance. Water is the most important. Food is the second most important. The third thing is shelter and clothing. The fourth thing is weaponry. The fifth thing is medical. The reason why medical is last for your bug out bag is because all of your important medical stuff, like your pills, your medications, and all that, they should be at your destination already. You should have a few days supply of everything there, even maybe a few weeks, or even a few months of supply should be at your bug out point. But here's the point you got to remember. What if you get to your bug out point and it's already been looted? This weekend was a prime example of why you need to be ready. Look at what happened in Canada. A huge, massive riot in Toronto. People, I'm telling you, it happened in Europe. It happened in Canada. It's going to happen here. It's just a matter of time. Question is, are you ready?